How was your birthday, man?
Yeah,
and what was your wish for this year?
Oh man, my birthday was amazing. I sold out 2 shows at the Uptown Comedy Corner for my birthday. We kicked off the Wine Gospel and Comedy Tour. It was absolutely amazing, okay? And my wish, honestly, is to spend New Year's Eve with the winos in Houston. So I'm trying to put that together there right now as we speak, okay? But the best part about it though is the girls went home. They all made it home safe.
But did you miss me though? For real, because
I miss you.
I'm saying it seems like a thing.
Did you know I'm married? No, I didn't miss you. No.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
For my birthday was fine. What you mean party with you for your birthday?
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
You know why we ain't damn party. Don't act like that. You know why we ain't party. They kicking in both your damn houses and shit, arresting people. They done found videos of you beating women and shit. People been talking shit about you for years. Absolutely not. You know why you ain't motherfucking partying. Shit, everybody gonna leave safe.
Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes.
Wino, sometimes Diddy is gonna want to party and you got to tell him no. I'm reserving New Year's Eve to party with my winos in Houston, Texas. Get your glasses ready to bring in the new year with me at Bayou City Event Center, December 31st. And after the show is the after party, and after the party is the we ain't doing none of that in Houston. Them numbers is too hot and too high right now. I can't wait to see y'all in Houston. Let the countdown begin for a night of wine, gossip, and comedy. Tickets on sale right now via TashaKOnStage.com. Now, Keisha is back in the motherfucking wine cellar. What's going on, sis?
Everything.
You look good. I said you look like a whole Indian.
What you thought I was gonna look like?
Girl, no, you always look good. But I'm saying you really look like, because the last time you came in here like you were stressed. You was like, you had it up to fucking here. Like you was just like, fuck my baby daddy, fuck my ex-husband, fuck everything, fuck the she with, fuck Coach Stormy, fuck everybody. And you could tell you was like eyes loaded in. Yeah. You were very serious. You weren't smiling. Your hair wasn't flowing like it is. You look like you just got, like you just came from like off the boat from some island.
It's more demure. You know?
Yes. Very demure.
I'm trying.
Very demure.
I'm going for it. Yes.
Okay, you look great. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me again.
Anytime.
Oh my goodness.
And you're wearing orange.
Who would have thought it? Well, orange is my second favorite color from green.
Okay.
So I thought it'd be a trend thing. You know,
I know, and I didn't
be
even
intentional about it.
The last time we both wore orange and we didn't plan that.
That was definitely not planned. I think a lot of people thought it was planned. It was not planned at all.
It was not planned.
Not at all.
Well, welcome back. And
thank you.
I told everybody you were coming back because everything that we talked about, that you brought, that you exclusively broke here in the goddamn wine cellar has come to pass. Now the bigger outlets have picked up that everything okay?
Yeah, everything. You got some white.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. He's a good man. Good man.
Job.
Good man, Savannah.
I didn't know it was a pimple. You wanted to keep it. I wanted to ask before. I
don't know what the fuck it was, but thank you.
Okay,
but we're going to keep going. But listen, it wasn't no booger though. That's all that matters.
I love him.
All right, cool. And so the cameras are really high def too. So he can see it from there. He's like, wait a minute.
It was shadowed out. So,
wow.
That's good to know. Wow.
So good. He's a good man, Savannah. But, you know, everything that you came here to expose regarding your child's father, your children's father, Jermaine Smith.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Who goes by BK Mello. His business partners, what they had done to you, his relationship with Coach Stormy that we exposed. She threatened to sue me for exposing her boyfriend that she met off of the internet. Had to, okay? Didn't know his past.
He was a Ziploc bag away. Like,
okay.
Girl, get on.
And then I'm like, how are you threatening to sue me, Coach Stormy? You're supposed to be like the guru. You're supposed to be the one to teach people entrepreneurship, all of this shit. And I literally just called her out again on social media. And I was just like, but you quietly got rid of the man that you were using to taunt you. And she was using your kids to taunt you too on the social media because she thought that you wanted him back.
It was crazy.
Lord and behold, he was scamming her too.
It is just, let me tell you something. Number one, for all you people in the comments that think that a comment does not put $1 in my bank account. Let's be clear, right?
Okay.
Whoever I have to say that to directly, indirectly to. Comments do not put money in people like myself and herself in a bank account. So your comments are not going to pay me. That's number one, right? Number two, my Cheers. Thank you, Lord.
Anytime.
Amen.
Yeah, girl, anytime, girl.
Amen.
Yeah.
When an individual says that you're on crack, all these allegations that you're on drugs or what have you, because you're a bitter baby mama, most of you guys have not been to the dentist in your adult life, and it's called a crack crown. Right? I have a crack crown on my left-hand side. So I look back at the videos when I looked at it, I'm like, what are they talking about? I'm on crack. I look like I'm biting my jaw. I have a crack crown on my left-hand side. So I wanted to say, I looked at the comments and I'm looking at it and I'm like, what made them actually think that?
Yeah.
People diagnosed the way I butt my jaw more than the facts, and that's how retarded the internet is. You know what I mean? It's just, it's shocking that's what they focused on. But that was one of his storylines for me. You know, I'm on drugs, I'm on this, I'm on that. I'm on facts, baby.
Yeah, you brought more paperwork.
I'm on facts. I'm on paperwork.
You brought more because it was a lot of paperwork you brought that I literally had just gotten before the interview and was able to kind of go through it and break it down. But you were here to warn everybody about these scams that are now coming. Mainstream is now picking up. I'm internet. Then there's mainstream. And instead of them actually, taking what you were saying seriously, like you said, they labeled you as a bitter baby mama. Basically. They said that you had a drug problem. He said that you had a drug problem. Yep. He threatened me. He said basically,
he put you on a swivel. He put your head on a swivel.
Keep my head on a swivel. I gave him. He asked me for my address. I gave him the address to the feds. You know what I'm saying? And then, Lord and behold, there was a business in Coach Stormy's name, correct? Because that's who your ex was dating at the time, and he was very public with her. And it seemed as if he had duplicated her business,
and did.
And she got rid of him quietly. Did she say, you know what, Tasha, as a girl's girl, thank you?
Nothing.
Did she say thank you to you?
Yo, let me call it to the carpet. Wherever the camera's at.
Coach Stormy.
Coach Stormy, right?
Okay.
Coach Stormy. I am
do some coaching. Give her some coaching, girl. Go ahead.
We have to get real, right? It's all cool that you did that, that you did this, but let's be honest, right? You were dead ass wrong for that. Right? You were legit ass wrong. And
that's your camera girl.
I don't know who's telling you that stuff is okay. I don't know who told you that's the look, but it's not gonna die like that, right? It doesn't go down like that. You don't handle people that are valid like that without any credentials whatsoever. You didn't know nothing about his underwear size. And you're going to come size me on the internet, a mother of two kids, and my kids are in your home, right? I'm owed an apology, right? I'm old. I am old. I don't know what that looks like for you and me, however. And you can say it's nothing, but let it be heard. I'm leaving here with something. Oh. Okay? Absolutely, because that was uncalled for. You had no idea about that man. I tried to forewarn you privately through your friends, through our co-friends, because it act like you did not know who I was, and you were fully aware of who I was, right? So all of that and then some. Let's get to the next chapter, which we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you because all that no jail. No, I'm not gonna T-shade black brown.
I just hate that she tries to put herself up as she's like the coach, the person that you should look to.
It's crazy
for all skills, but then she wanted to down you and use your kids to taunt you over a nigga that she ain't even with. Now they said she done quietly replaced Jermaine with an armless man.
One arm booby.
They say he got one arm.
Yes, one.
He can't even grab her other ass if she got to do all the work in the bathroom. He can't hit both ass. Yeah, we're going to put up a picture of them two motherfuckers. Absolutely. Because she was in the comments talking shit on TikTok.
About what? About what?
When I called her out was saying, oh, well, where's Jermaine now?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
What did she say? Because I don't even, she blocked me 100 years ago, so I didn't even know it was that popular. But what did she say?
Yeah, she was just talking shit about, I guess my name brings views or something like that. Like, bitch, don't nothing bring views but that tired, saggy, silicone spread to the back, to the thighs ass. That's it. Okay? That's the only thing you can coach girls on. How to not on the table, bitch. Okay? Yeah. How to not a stripper and sell a pussy, bitch. That's all. That's really all, because them vitamins are not working.
Absolutely. Grand Condon uses like a pit bull.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what she's a black pit. She's the black pit bull for Grand Condon.
I was like, don't play with me.
Right?
And
that's how it goes.
I literally had no beef with her, but like when the way she came at me with lawyers and shit like that, and the videos are still up. I was like, bitch, the videos are still up. Every comment that I said is still up.
Facts.
10 mother toes down, ho. And I see you got that man out the out your house and you got your boat back. You got your boat back. So listen. Oh yeah. I'm with all the shits and we in Miami together, girl. We in Miami, yo. She in Miami. I'm in Miami. You in Miami. What's up? We could do brunch, bitch.
For real.
Listen.
I want to know what's up.
What's up?
I want to know what's up because all that cackalaacking for somebody that
it was a lot of talking, a lot of doing
for somebody you don't know for real. That was a lot.
That was a lot for a.
That was a lot. But
we women supposed to stick together, like bitch. Okay, but now she got a with one arm, one arm, ho.
That's loyalty.
That's loyalty. But listen. You know, so after everything hit the fan, so the Shade Room picked up the story. The story is viral. Yeah. BK Mello. We got BK Lobster. Okay. Oh, so BK Lobster is a franchise. Cheers. I know to the receipts, right? BK Lobster is a franchise. A franchise that was set up just like yours and was used as a dummy franchise to lure you know, I guess people who people who wanted victims who wanted to invest in a restaurant. They would pay all this money. They would pay franchise fees, but Lord and behold, the franchise was not a valid franchise. Now, granted, they did have a few locations, but those were the locations to make it look as if it was a thriving franchise. That's correct. Subway is a thriving franchise. McDonald's is a thriving franchise. Absolutely. Chick-fil-A is a thriving franchise. Church's Chicken is a thriving motherfucking franchise, okay? I only eat chicken from Church's if the windows is foggy and greasy. Okay, listen. That's the only time I want it. The windows ain't foggy and greasy. That ain't no real goddamn Church's Chicken. But listen, so those are thriving franchises, okay? But BK Lobster was not a franchise.
No, that was a ghost. And that was a ghost project, for sure.
And similar to, you had a smoothie shop. You still have your smoothie shop, right?
So my last smoothie shop closed, I think it's about 2 years ago now. From today, remember, we recorded probably about a year ago. So here's the timeline of it. So when I saw the Shade Room, honestly, it's when I realized that my whole life was a scam, right? So when I realized my whole entire juice bar entrepreneurship and all that stuff was BS, like, I was injected, right? Just like they were injected back in 2015. So how about I see the Shade Room and I see the information about Rodney Bond. I look at it and the first thing that comes back to me, right? Boom. 2015, I opened my first restaurant and I cannot make this up. You know, I got my receipts, right? Right. 2015, I opened my first restaurant, right? I'm building it. Me and my ex, BK Mello, we're opening that brand. Rodney flies in from, Egypt somewhere, you know, I guess it was Brooklyn at the time, flies in, mind you, he's sleeping on my couch at the time, and he's hired as my marketing liaison.
Rodney, the one who's been exposed now.
Rodney Bond, the one that's
scammed all of these black people that we tried to warn about.
Correct.
About BK Lobster, but they were worried about your teeth and saying that this platform is a lie. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. So Mr. Rodney came in and was flown in by BK Mello because they were childhood friends from Brooklyn. All right. Check the receipts. From
BK Mello, her baby daddy.
Correct.
BK Lobster. The scamming franchise.
The scamming franchise.
Go ahead. So
he flies in and he becomes my marketing liaison. Mello hires him because I don't know anything about marketing at that time. I'm just opening a restaurant. I'm doing all like the guts, right? I'm doing the cooking, the building, all the payroll, the training. I'm doing like the real core stuff. So he hires Rodney as our marketing liaison. I hand him all of my intellectual property. All of my blueprints, we're talking about everything, Tasha. Because remember, I'm creating a business from scratch for the first time. So I have to put it on paper. I hand it all to Rodney, right? Unannounced to me, right? Craziness. Unannounced to me. So Rodney then gets everything together. I go on and to open Smoothie Express at the time. They come to me within 90 days, BK Mello and Rodney Bonds. They come to me within 90 days of opening my first location and tell me that I should franchise the brand. I cannot make this shit up, right?
You don't even have, you need at least 3 to 5 years before you franchise a brand. So at the 90 days of, this is your first time doing this.
This is my first time doing this, right?
The one who's been accused of scamming
a lot of
countless black people out of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. A
lot of money. The amount of DMs and people that have reached out to me independently that don't know me from a slice of cheese asking, hey, can you hear my story? Is it possible you could figure out, what happened to me? It's unfreaking believable. That man took a restaurant and food and used it as a scam. And I just didn't think that would be possible, right? I really thought that food was a safe place. It's one of the reasons I chose this business from, what happened to me prior.
Because you're a vegan.
Yeah. I thought this was a safe space. I thought food was a safe space because if you come from financials, you don't go back to financials, you go to something else.
Right.
So I go into a safe space. Rodney, the same one that franchised BK Lobster, comes to me within 90 days and says, "Hey, we should franchise the brand." Mello agrees. I tell them absolutely freaking not. Right, number one, because he told me it's going to cost me $35,000. Who has to pay for that? I do. I'm the one that had the money at the time. Mello couldn't override me because he didn't have the money. I did, right? So I'm like, no, I don't want to pay that to franchise the brand. I don't think I'm ready yet. I just learned how to boil water 5 days ago. I'm not comfortable doing that with no franchise, right? Fast forward, what year are we in right now? 2024, right? This is 2015, right? This is how long they've been plotting this. This is 2015. Fast forward 2024, I see the Shade Room, and he created the same exact model. All he did was sell lobster sandwiches to the T, down to the equipment, the square footage, the lease acquisitions. Nothing is different. When I got a hold of these people documents that they sent me, identical to my paperwork back in 15. Can you believe that shit? I cannot. This is like plotted out for me. The entire year I was in prison, this is plotted out for me. I was supposed to pay that $35,000. It was supposed to go nowhere. They were never going to franchise the brand. They're going to steal that money, and then they were going to sell.
And this was your baby daddy stealing from you.
Correct. Absolutely. He was part of that stuff. That was planned out for
Coach
me.
Stormy's ex.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
that's my man. I'm sticking beside him.
I can't stand it. But that was plotted out for me, just like it was plotted out for these victims in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Las Vegas, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Miramar. Over 15 locations, right? 15 locations never opened. 15 locations never opened. They collected money for it. 6 locations opened and they had to change the name. The other 5 locations, they all got evicted within 6 months. 22 stores never opened. I called every single one.
But they took the money.
Absolutely. They took all the money.
Ghosts.
They took all the money.
Gone.
They took whoever would pay them at the time. They're publicizing it with celebrities and all these other models and certain things. But at that point in time, I think it was like the pandemic area, you know what I mean? And people were trying to invest in certain things. And if it looked lit, let's be honest, everybody was investing in something. And they used food as a scapegoat to save themselves with when it comes to fraud. I cannot believe you could take lobster and bread and steal from people. It's mind-boggling, right? And then when they go on from stealing from people at this rate, now they open another location. It's called Blossoms. I think is it in Brooklyn or is it New York or Atlanta? I gotta find out, but it's called Blossoms. The guy named Ed, whoever Rodney's partner was at the time, they opened another branch and found another victim. Her name is Lisa. Lisa, what's Lisa's last name? I gotta give you Lisa's page name. But she used to be a bartender for like 13 years at other industries. So she thought she knew the business, right? Guess what? She has no children, single woman, had some money, had some credit, and had a parent to support her. That's another thing. They done scaled up a little bit. Watch out, ladies. Not only do they find you, right? They find your parents. Because guess what a mother wants more than anything?
Their child to be successful.
Thank you. Or to find a man that's going to be their husband, right? And now they could be a family. So what do you do as a parent? You give up your credit. You support your daughter, not knowing that the whole entire thing is a scam. And this is what's happening right now to this young lady named Lisa from Brooklyn with this guy named Ed. They opened up a place called Blossom. I got to find the information. That information gets poured into me through I don't ask for this information, right? It gets poured into me from social media from when Shade Room happened. When the Shade Room got released, that shit woke up. The whole thing woke it all the way up. Like, I wasn't looking for it. You wasn't looking for it, but they were looking for help for sure. But it woke it up completely. And I'm getting DMs and information and documents and files and the fake trademarks that they've. So this is what he did, right? He trademarked the business, right, with a like a valid logo, a lobster shell, what have you. Did not actually activate the franchise, right? But trademark the business. So once you trademark a business, you can now make your logo on the building identical to your trademark, like McDonald's or Denny's. You know what I mean? Skip the franchise portion, but people think when they see a logoed sign on a wall that is a legitimate business. Don't you feel the same way?
Yeah.
It's like they did all the things to make sure that they could put their name on there. but he trademarked the logo. So now by trademark laws, he's allowed to add his actual name to the building. So people thought it was a legitimate business. He pushed it like a legitimate business. He took other franchisee owners that did not know it was fraud yet to promote the business to steal more money from other people. And it's like over 70 people involved in this indictment.
And we're talking about anywhere from how much? 35,000?
We're talking about, okay, so the range started, they're real petty. They started from 10,000 to 300,000. Yep. 10,000 and they seeked out maybe people that were before illegal or wouldn't, call the police, and so on and so forth. They also seeked out single women with good credit or decent finances, like injecting, I'm going to open a business. He opened probably 4 locations within a mile radius.
That's not good franchise.
It was never meant to be open, and they never opened. So now we're showing them off like cars. Here's a Toyota Corolla, 1998. And at this point, people are investing in these separate locations, expecting them to open, and they never open. This is like for real what was happening.
Well, let's look at this paperwork. What you got today, girl?
Let's go on down.
Because she came with the paperwork last time.
It's so
we got to do a little
much.
intro. It's time for the
It's so
receipts.
much.
Do you want to see the receipts?
Do you want to? Listen.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to have you guys I want you guys to kind of feel out what it's like to think that you're investing in somebody that's your skin complexion and that they're going to help you, support you, and this is something that could be beneficial for you or your family, right?
Okay.
So, mind you, they've created multiple victims page for this stuff, right? Yes, on Instagram, Facebook, social media. None of my doing. All this stuff is just pouring into my lap, right? So I'm laughing with the information because I said it a year ago and nobody believed me. And I'm just like,
because you were a victim.
Absolutely.
And you got 2 kids by the person who scammed you.
Absolutely. There's no reason I don't have my businesses and the stuff that I need. Listen, we'll get to them, but we're going to focus on the victims right now.
Okay.
So I wanted to know if these people were real people. I had the victims write me what happened to them, what their situation is, and if they wanted their story to be told, and they said yes. Can you believe that? They said yes, they want their story to be told. So here's one victim, right? Her name is, I'll just call her Dara. I won't call her last name, cool, right? Cool. I'm a single mother from Pennsylvania. I invested $46K, then spent, this is serious. This is serious, right? I invested $46K, then I spent $10K in legal fees to try to recoup my money back. Rodney collected $12,000 in franchise fees, and Ed collected $34,000 in initial investment fees. Not to mention, Ed also went and collected APX, which is payroll, right? Payroll losses for $200K. PPP. So he collected PPP on that location that she franchised, invested in. Even more, Austria, which is in Georgia, the location from other investors. They knew nothing about the other locations and everything fell apart. None of the stores were open. He said, during this time, I also found out that they never paid the rent for 8 months, causing the lease to be terminated. Only bought some flat screens, painted some chairs in the location during the time they kept saying that the liquor license was on hold. It was basically a turnkey kitchen. The restaurant never opened and the investors are out of $450,000. Can you please tell my story?
Let me see.
Girl. Right? I said the same thing.
That's crazy. What you got here?
Another one. Another story. This is for Williamsburg. She said, so basically, I opened Williamsburg in 2020, asked me to be a partner, and I waited for a while to see what was going on. According to Ed Williams, I would be a silent partner, and I would receive financial reports every quarter, guaranteed money as soon as I invested. He was stating that it was a cash cow. Mm-hmm. I invested $100K for 25% of shares because a former partner backed out of the deal. They couldn't pay their part of the investment. I said they sent me over faulty bank statements and bad reports, inventory reports, so on and so forth. I said finally November 2020, they send me as a repayment $3,600, no financial reports of any time. And then the location in Austria opened for 1 week and was closed down. The rent was past due 4 months.
100,000.
Mm-hmm. Now, where I actually get a little bit, so this is what happens, right? And this is why I'm even here, right? Stop playing with me. what I want to say, right? The reason why I'm here is stop playing with me, right?
Okay.
They took stolen funds from those people to try to buy me out of my store. Let's backtrack. Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
Let's go. Are you ready?
I'm ready. And then we're talking about the Smoothie Express.
Yes, we're talking about Smoothie Express. So
Okay.
that particular location, Mr. BK Lobster came to a location in Miramar, right? So the same financial scam that they were doing out of New York, Pennsylvania, and Georgia, also North Carolina, they brought it to South Florida. What allowed them to bring it to South Florida was BK Mello. BK Mello told them the location that Miramar was at.
And that's
That's my
BK
my
Mello
ex,
was your
Mrs.
ex.
Stormy, Mr. Stormy.
Okay, Mrs. Stormy's
Mr.
man.
Stormy.
Okay, Coach Stormy's man.
Mr.
Okay.
Stormy. He brought him to that location. Let's not get it twisted. It wasn't for free. You cannot tell me in a million years that was not acclimated the way it was acclimated. And he did validate that because the victim page reached out to him and the whole night. He's a weirdo. And he verified that he did give Rodney the location.
Okay.
So my store at the time was still in existence. I was still open. Let me tell you how many Maybachs, Escalades, investors, people I saw show up to this location to invest in that location 2 doors down. I'm just eating my popcorn with my rollers outside. I'm looking and I'm like, this man is really going to steal from the community right in front of me. I swear to God. I was like, wow. But at this time, BK Mel and I had issues on like in the area for our store. So I pretty much stopped going to my store completely. He was able to get my trespass warrant that I put against him on the plaza vacated because he said he was a part owner of BK Lobster. So now the police couldn't stop him from coming to my
show it off to investors.
Basically. So I couldn't stop him from coming to the plaza anymore. So I pretty much bolted out. One of my managers at the time started dating a girl inside the BK Lobster store. Laid out the entire thing. Oh my God. They've been stealing from people for months before the store came around, right? They hired a white lady named Holly to make her look like a franchisee investor, right? They have another franchise company from North Carolina, a husband and wife. They stuck them in the business to make it look like it was a positive franchise. And then he hired his son as a chef. Right. So unannounced to these investors, he was taking money from New York, transferring over it to Florida, saying that, oh, this location didn't open, but we'll have some success in Miramar, and he transferred over their funds. I'm telling you, I got documents. These people sent me, man, I got documents of everywhere these people money went. Look at this. They sent me everything. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
DA has it.
Flatbush, BK Lobster payment. Wire $60,000.
Unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable.
And they probably got this money in offshore accounts right now. Ain't no way they can go through this kind of money.
Well, I don't know. They don't. I don't know. Rodney's hiding in Georgia, and then Ed is hiding behind this whole Blossom deal with the Lisa girl.
What about your baby daddy? He outside.
He is. What is he doing right now? Right. I try to stay away from him by all means necessary.
Because he called me.
Did he?
He did.
When?
The other day, Coach Stormy was in the chat. He called me. Matter of fact,
are you serious? You did not tell me this.
Hey, Shaq. Yeah, that's why I said I wanted your reaction, girl. Shaq, my phone is in the in my dressing room. That's so funny. You bring my phone? I need to get it, please. I stay away from him. I stay away from him. Welcome back. This going on YouTube. He called you for real? Yeah, he called me. This going on YouTube. Welcome back. We are back. Yeah, can you go?
That's good for his ass.
I need my phone. It's in the dressing room, please. Yes. He called me, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you about it in just a second. That's why I said I wanted to see your reaction, honey, because when that Shade Room story came on,
he was on my.
And I put the link to him. I said, "Oh, BK Lobster, BK Mello, Coach Stormy, Jermaine Smith, his baby mama came in and tried to tell y'all, but y'all wasn't listening." What's his Instagram again?
I think it's BK Mello.
Hold on, I think it's BK Mello. Let me get this because I have to type in my apps. There we go. Because I don't like to have them easily accessible to cut down my social media time. So
that's smart.
Yeah, give me 1 second here. Hold on. Okay. All right. So BK Mello. All right. So he's following me.
Of course he
is. After the Shade Room came out, and then I linked his ass to it. So he says, He said, hey, hold on. He says, I want an interview on August 12th. This was right after I did and co-signed the Shade Room. He said, I want an interview. And then it hit back and said, for setting up an interview, please email ads. I said, okay, what's your contact? My assistant will set it up. He sent me his phone number. That's his phone number. We got on the phone. Okay? And he also sent me a video. And we're going to play this video here and it's live.
My.
Yes, we are. He says, he sent me the number. I said, okay, cool. Jason will call you to set it up for this week.
Love
I
Jason,
said,
by the
we
way.
can add it to this. We can add this video to the interview, which I'm going to play the video in a minute. He says, I understand you have a platform and this is your job. All I ask of you is to report the truth about me, is what he said. The last one was, bitch, keep your head on a swivel.
Hey, right?
Right. What's your address? I'm finna slide through. I was like, damn, everything changed now. What's going on? Right? Because I do know Tom and the fraud, you know, he was the one that brought the case against Bishop Lamar Whitehead, that scamming pastor, and he just got 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to call Tom up in New York because they love them a good scamming to put behind boys. They love him. And I'm going to call this cracker. I'm going to call this cracker up in the fraud department in New York that put Bishop Lamar in jail and let him know what y'all doing with BK Lobster. And I'm going to slide him all this paperwork here. And he going to be like, thank you for the promotion, Tasha. I'm telling you. So listen, he goes, no, I go, no problem. He says, thank you. I said, Jason will call you in a fruit. He was like, I appreciate that. And he says, I have kids that are on social media, Tasha. I see what's being falsely reported about me. I have no problem with you reporting the truth. I sat back for 2 years and watched my character be assassinated by the facts. They are not true. I said, the platform is yours, is what I said, right? I ain't taking back shit that motherfucker said, right? And so then he sends me this video from Rodney, the BK
The victims
Lobster.
love that. Shout out to the victims, guys.
Shout out to the victims.
Shout out to the victims.
We
They've
got
been through a lot.
We got a confessional. It looks like from an apartment complex in Atlanta, because I know the colors of the apartment complexes that they use in Atlanta. And we're gonna put this video up of Rodney. Basically. Let's hear what Rodney got to say. The one that y'all said stole all y'all money. We tried to warn y'all about it. You said Tasha K was a lie. You said she was on coke, crack, whatever. But all we were doing was drinking wine. Cheers. Now y'all want y'all hundreds of thousands of dollars back. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you because I love you. I really love you. I really do this. I really do this, right? I really do.
No, you really
and I'm gonna call Tom.
You really
I'm gonna
do.
call Tom in New York.
Really do.
Because he's the feds. He's not state. He's the feds. So I'm gonna call him and I'm gonna slide him all y'all emails just because I love y'all. But don't you ever open your mouth again to call this lady a crackhead. And she's a vegan. Vegans aren't crackheads. That shit doesn't make sense.
You better
How
tell
you
him.
a vegan and you smoke crack? What the Who the do that?
I would die. I'd be dehydrated.
Your skin wouldn't look this good.
It would not.
Your cheeks is plump. She don't smoke crack.
That was kind of rude for me. For somebody that actually like does really well, like I'm like super immaculate about my kids, about my life and how I carry myself.
Right.
For you to just like say that and it to actually stick to me at any level and it's not valid, and then for Stormy to stamp that shit, I'm coming for
and
you.
y'all
Bro.
stood behind the vitamin, the TLC vitamin lady. Yeah.
Crazy.
You stood behind her and her man. Her man want to come up here and do an interview. And so we had him scheduled.
Hilarious.
We had your baby daddy scheduled. And I guess you posted and said you going on my show. He was like, I want to wait until she done with her interview to do mine. I said, okay, no problem. Cool, no problem. We'll call you when she done. It's gonna be on YouTube tomorrow night. YouTube, hello, how y'all doing?
How you
Good,
doing?
okay. Because we want the community to know, okay,
What is
what's
he gonna
going
say?
on.
That
What
crazy.
What's going on in the streets before mainstream give a about
No,
y'all.
that's the truth. This
Seriously.
is a year out.
Right. So here's the one that is been accused right now of scamming all the BK Lobster franchisees.
Yeah. And I would say allegedly if I ain't see him do it directly. I don't have to say allegedly. Rodney Bond stole from a lot of people.
According to these victims.
No, I don't gotta say allegedly.
According to these victims, okay? Rodney here has a message, and BK Mello, your baby daddy, sent this message from Rodney to me to put out to the winos. You like to hear it?
Yes.
You like to hear it?
Let's hear it.
Here you go.
Here you
All
go.
right.
Hi, my name is Rodney Bond, and I'm the founder of BK Lobster. I'm making this a video to address some recently that came to my attention with someone who has been falsely accused of being linked to me and my business dealings with BK Lobster. Jermaine Smith, also known as BK Mello, is not a partner or owner of BK Lobster. Jermaine Smith is a personal friend of mine, and that is the extent. So he has been accused by, I guess, someone who he has a previous relationship with as to being an owner and having knowledge of my business dealings when it comes to BK Lobster. That's completely not true. That's completely not false. He's not on any of my paperwork, any of my contracts whatsoever. He just happens to be a friend of mine, and whoever's making these accusations about him, they're not true and they're false. And that is something that can be confirmed if you look it up.
So that was the man that was just accused by hundreds of people of stealing their money. Okay, that we tried to warn y'all about with this BK Lobster franchise, something you had already brought to me 2 years prior. Absolutely. They still gave their fucking money to this man. Okay, and he is on here saying that he doesn't work with your baby daddy, but why would he have it called BK Lobster, and why would your baby daddy be named BK Mello? That's a very distinct name.
The world may never know, right? I'm just saying.
You said this is the man you gave $35,000 to.
No. So he came for me for $35,000, right? Back in 2015.
When you started,
when I started my restaurant, absolutely slept on my couch.
He had an apartment complex in Atlanta. So I'm gonna send this to Tom as soon as we done with this. So by the time this podcast go out, he don't go to Cuba. So listen. Okay, if he can even
he had not in Georgia, they cannot find him. Let me tell you, these victims, right?
The feds can find him.
Oh, I hope so.
They can. But go ahead, girl.
They need to, because the victims are just, like they're looking for him, and it's just gotten to the point where it's like they're so narcissistic about it, and they continue to do it, and they continue to gloat about it. But him in particular, he's hiding at this point, from what I've heard. But the other gentleman named Ed Williams, I think his name is. It was his partner. But they play good cop, bad cop, and just basically steal everybody's money. And a lot of people thought that restaurant would really do well, but they didn't know that he had no backing at all. Like, he didn't do any of the culinary reports. He didn't do any of the food reports. He didn't do any of the profit margins.
Taxes.
There was just nothing in place to really give that business to stand on its legs. It was just publicity from the internet. Yeah. And people thought that they would invest and get a return, and he stole a lot of money from people. A lot of money from them.
Yeah, you could tell that's an apartment complex in Atlanta. Have you been to Atlanta? You live in Atlanta?
Not really, but the side paneling was kind of like a giveaway.
Like the gated community, but the gate don't work. You can follow, 5-6 motherfuckers can follow a car into the apartment complex once the gate open because it takes too long to close. Yeah, he's in one of those.
Skip beep, right?
Garden. They call them the garden apartment homes.
Oh, no, they call him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, what did you think about your baby daddy reaching out, wanting to now clear his name? He don't want to. Yeah. After I called him out.
That guy is a funny person. I think he just needs to find somebody else to scam at this point. I don't think he's scamming anybody now currently. Like, I think he's run out of like his original scamming pool. Because nobody cares about you for real in real life outside of what you did. But let me mention, right? This is really I didn't realize how many waves of levels that this stuff goes for them. And it's not just BK Mello. It's the Rodney Bonds. It's the Ed Williams. The way that they're projecting themselves to basically steal from people. The same, I have a guy named Brandon. His name is Brandon. I gotta get in touch with Brandon. Brandon bought our one of his franchises back in 2021. Same thing. Bought it for $60,000. That's the one I got sued for, where he didn't transfer over the lease. I got sued for that. Brandon ended up losing the location within 6 months, and Mello was able to sell it to him for $60,000. It's the same cycle. People have a dream, they spark it, they take your money, they go off into the wind, and then so on and so forth. But the fact that he held him for ransom is very interesting, right? None of these people that Rodney stole money from can reach him at all whatsoever, from the $5, the $10,000, the $100,000 people. But Mello can get access to him. What does that tell you? I'm just saying, what does that tell you?
That is very true. How is it that all these people can't find Rodney, but
not a one of them.
but BK Mello, your baby daddy can.
Mm-hmm.
BK Mello ex BK Lobster.
He can make him. He can. What bitch?
And make
what
him-
bitch? Excuse me.
Go ahead, say it.
What bitch?
No.
What bitch made man? Right? Can make another dick. Make him make that statement. If he is the conglomerate owner, right? He's the leader. But BK Mello is now leading him. What does that tell you? He learned it from somewhere. Don't get it. Come on now. You can't find Rodney from a can of paint right now. Nobody can, but Mello can get a hold of him and make him make a video saying that they're not together. That was wild and crazy. That's HBO right there. That's crazy to me. What is that? Like, have you ever seen that before? And what do you make of it? Because
He called him right up. Hey, nigga. We need to separate. You need to go ahead and call it. Make this video. I'm going on this lady show. We finna start the separation of assets now. Okay. The heat is up. My baby mama got this loud bitch on the internet. She dark skinned too, real aggressive. All she do is get drunk all day, and she loud. She telling too much of our business. It's hot out here, so you need to make that motherfucking video. Rodney got up. Rodney said, "Hey, I'm Rodney, and if you are watching this video,
that was crazy to me.
BK Mello is not associated with BK Lobster. He's dated a woman who's very bitter, who misses him, and he didn't." That was a red.
Bitch, I'm looking better, bitch. Don't play with me.
You want some more wine?
Yes, absolutely.
I got you, baby.
It's the weekend.
Yeah,
That's a co-parent season.
Okay, it is the
Absolutely.
weekend. Yeah.
It's the
So look,
weekend. For me anyways, it's
Thursday the weekend
Pre-weekend
for everybody.
in Miami,
Shit.
and it will for Lauderdale.
Okay,
Absolutely.
listen. Okay,
It
listen.
definitely
We
is.
work Monday through Wednesday. Okay, so listen. But
I like that.
But he said he gonna come do an interview. I would like Jermaine to come do an interview. I will be
He
fair. He will have to answer these questions and change my mind though. Because the way he came, it would have been different had he would have been like Tasha the first time. Hey, can I come up here and add some context to this? But he came up real disrespectful. Like, oh, you need to watch your back. Oh, where
Very
you
watch
at?
your
What's
back,
your
yeah.
address? Bitch, you lying. I'll do this. But now he coming real respectful.
That's what narcissists do.
Yeah, I know.
They adjust their personality for the arena.
I know. And so the thing is,
situation.
like, I'm gonna give
For
him the address to the studio. And it's gonna be right next door to the police station. So if he get the cackalack,
I'm gonna tune into that one.
call them
dying.
crackers. Come get his ass. We got a crazy nigga down here. Talking about he finna bomb some shit. They gonna be right there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna let him come tell his story because I'm like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What if you man enough to threaten me, you man enough to face me and face all these allegations that your child's mother put out from the get-go. She
Yes.
didn't want you. She didn't say she missed you. She didn't say she was jealous of you being with Coach Stormy. That was a narrative that they tried to run by.
Oh my God, that was
No.
so like not it. That
Yeah.
whole high vibrational, like
High vibrations from
yo,
Coach Stormy.
that
High
bitch is not
vibrations.
it. Like nothing about her. Is
And they don't
it.
tell her how much money she got poured into her from any of these victims as well too. But what's this
That's
other
true.
paperwork that you got? Because you were getting ready to tell me something. You said
It's the whole nine. So for this particular location, this one was in
Okay.
Georgia. So they changed the corporation name, as you know. Like there's
Okay.
certain things that they edit. But what was so funny was that BK Lobster was selling shares of the business over 110%. So if you came in and bought a share for, let's say, 20 grand and you got 10%, there was like 50 other people getting the same shares. So what would happen was, I swear to God, what would happen was these locations would actually be open for like a week and then 60 owners would show up. And they would all say that they're the owners. I cannot make this shit up, yo. This nigga need to go to jail for real. The way he handled those people was so disrespectful, and the money that they put in, some of them titled their homes.
so they
took out
lowered
of-
the cost to get more money.
Say it again, they what?
So when you're selling shares, you lower the cost. It could
Right.
be like $500, and you could be an owner in this. You
Correct.
show up, see the business.
yes.
Look at the road. Call the shots.
Basically, they show up
Yeah.
on a Tuesday at 9 and they run the register for 5 minutes and then you feel like they're an owner and they're taking. So boom. Here's a red flag for you guys that are investing, or let's say, for example, you see a prominent Black business, and I hate to say that because it's always the Black people or us,
Yeah.
because I'm one of
Doing
y'all.
us wrong.
Yeah, that are inflating
Mhm.
things to get money from people,
Mhm.
and it's not really what it is, right?
Mhm.
People really worked for that money, right? You might have stole it.
Hard.
Somebody really worked for that money. So this is my takeaway for like from the stuff that I see. Because I even asked him, and I'm like, how did you give him that money? Right? Then they got the little limp, and this other nigga, you know what I mean? Like it's certain things about him why I did not want to invest in a franchise dealing with him, because I didn't feel like he was adequate enough, anyways. And he was sleeping on my couch. He didn't give me that. And then
what do they call it? Genital swab. What do they call it?
Je ne sais quoi.
Je ne sais quoi.
No, he looked like a watch dealer from Brooklyn on the corner.
Fake watch.
Yeah. The one that said, like, let me take 9 to 5, 9. No, I'm just being honest. Like I can't lie, because that's how I felt about it. I felt like he was like, he wouldn't have my best interest at heart. He would sell it on the street. Yeah. So whatever he had going on, even though I loved Mello at the time, I didn't believe in putting my money in that. So luckily I did not, but these people did. You know what I mean? Some of them they've known over 10, 20 years. Some of them went to high school together. You understand? He's known these people and cultivated these relationships for years. So he stole from people he actually knows. So that's why they're so fucked up about it. They're really messed up about it. So the levels that they went to, they started just selling off shares past 100%. So Lisa got 20, Michael got 30. You know, after the 100, we still got 4 more other people that got 10. So now you have a restaurant at 140%. So who really owns it? Nobody. No. So that's why they all shut down. And why they all never opened. Because when the owners found out they were stolen from, they were all fighting over the leases. And none of the businesses opened. 15 locations. That's a lot of stores to not open. Ever.
Not one.
Not one.
And they said, I go past the BK Lobster and look lit. Yeah, you put a DJ in there with some drinks and you could have anybody with a liquor license.
Who told you that?
Yeah, I forgot who told me that. It was somebody in the DM. Somebody, oh yeah, I know this store. I go there and hang out and they do drinks. They have the best parties at night. And I'm like, are they selling food? I asked them, what is a BK Lobster turning into a nightclub for? Anybody can have a party.
Oh my God. Thank you, Tasha. Because Chick-fil-A don't have parties. They close down, right? They give you sauces.
Yeah.
When you guys are investing in anything when it comes to food or restaurants or businesses, right? And this is something else that I'm probably going to put out. Sometimes you don't know where to look, right? And you are hoping that this is the investment that's going to change your life. Mm-hmm. And if they catch you on a good one, they're going to take your money, right? There's certain things you have to make sure that's right. Like those franchise tag agreements, you have to make sure it's there. You got to call the restaurants yourself, put an order in, make sure you taste the food, make sure it's real. Because a lot of those locations never had an active number and they all had a satellite location. You see it like there's a satellite office here. Mm-hmm. All those numbers were transported and transferred over to one girl that was answering the phone. None of those restaurants were real. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is craziness, but that's what really happened.
And all you got to do is just really look.
But they don't, they look at the internet and and certain things, and that they had a report.
No,
with
you
them.
Gotta look past the internet.
Yeah, you have to look past
the internet. Is the matrix. You gotta unplug, bitch.
Absolutely.
Get up, go drive.
That rabbit hole will kill you.
Yeah,
that was
sort of like when I go, house shopping or apartment shopping and stuff. I like to ride through the neighborhood.
You got to
at 5:30. How many cars is parked out there? Who's sitting outside? You gotta do that. So but what else you got here, Mama?
So what I decided to do to help the victims. Oh, here we go. Okay, so his name is.
Do you have all their names and stuff?
Yes, I do.
And you could click them in an email for me.
Yes, I can.
And I can send them to Tom.
Yep.
And I'll call Tom too. And I'll say, Tom, I got somebody for you.
Yeah.
Tom, I got you a raise.
They'll be happy with
Tom
that.
Tom will love that. Okay. Tom put a very distinguished pastor in jail for me.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
See, yes, they would love that.
Tom, that white man loved chocolate. Go ahead, girl.
So his name is Edward Williams, actually, the one that owns the BK Lobster. So on these contracts, what they're actually looking for when it comes to the victims are like some freaking answers. You know what I mean? They're looking for answers of where their money went. They're looking for answers of what happened to the money.
That money gone.
Oh,
they ain't getting that back.
Cannot stand you right
Just
now.
Let it go. Just all you need now is justice.
No, okay, so let's skip that. Let's get the justice. I cannot with you.
That money gone. That money done spent on fake yacht parties, renting mansions, taking trips. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Buying hoes, BBLs and shit.
Yeah.
Because he living in a garden apartment in Atlanta. Them apartments like maybe $1,600, $1,700 a month. That money gone. He may have a little stash somewhere just in case he got to flee the country, but that money go. That's why they keep doing it. It's like when they run out, they go get another scam. It's like robbing a bank.
So the scam we had before was called Rapid Realty. I think it was called Rapid Realty. Have you ever heard that before?
Don't tell me they were selling fake houses now.
No, they were selling. Okay, so they were selling fake. I think it was fake realtor packages. So no, fake Airbnbs or something like that. Look it up. It's called so a lot of these victims, they weren't victims of Rapid Realty, but after they got victimized, they researched him and realized that he had another scam prior to this one called Rapid Realty. Rodney's Rapid Realty. It was out of New York. They had, remember like the Rent Right? You remember Rent Right? Like those companies Rent Right where they help you find a place, they help you buy a place or find a place. That's what it was. It was like a structured franchise to help you find rental places. It was called Rapid Realty, and same thing. Same exact thing.
How much did they invest to do this?
Oh, it was multiple people. That shit was crazy. That shit was like 4 or 5 years in, at least 4, 5, 6 million, if not more. There's a lot of people involved in that. But what happened was because it was in the state of New York, and the state of New York has different franchise laws, right? So in the state of New York, you have to have a legal franchise, but unless he puts that he's selling you a franchise directly on paper, it's not illegal. So a lot of those people have had a hard time, like, getting him convicted.
Tom is good.
Oh, we need Tom. These people.
Tom got the bishop 9 years for taking.
That's right.
Lady he did.
That's right. But that happened fast too, didn't it? Whoa, that was only.
Tom don't play.
We got to get Tom. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of people that
and the new DA down there.
And
Damien.
Oh. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get a hold. Yeah, that they're gonna need. They're gonna need those. They're gonna for sure need those resources.
Okay,
but that's basically what they want is justice. There's just so much paperwork, and the timeline is so like crazy. We literally have like a group chat. It's like a whole victims thing, right? So, and they're asking other victims to come forward. So there's currently another location right now in LA. I'm not sorry, in Vegas. One in Vegas, one in Pennsylvania, and then one in North Carolina that they're still taking investors for. So they're currently stealing money from people right now.
It's hot right now, so I don't think they're taking from nobody like right now. But in a couple weeks, if they feel the heat kind of biding out, they're gonna get right back to it. They're gonna get outside. Christmas is coming up. So
no, Shade Room definitely set their ass down.
Oh my God, that's what Jermaine was like. Can I do an interview? Oh, bitch. He didn't think our platform was big enough. I was like, it comes around. It takes about a year or two. Yeah. But when it comes around, it comes full circle.
Yes, it does.
Okay?
No, 1,000%.
1,000%.
I want to say like 99, no tea, no shade, 98.9, 9 out of 10. Everything you've reported has actually been 100% fact. Yeah. 1,000%.
Oh, we know.
1,000%.
So listen, so you're willing to help gather all these victims up together?
Absolutely. I think so. I think somebody needs to help them, right?
I got you.
I think somebody needs to help them. They need help.
I want to help.
I
want to help y'all. I do. Even though you call me a liar, I want to help. You know,
see, that's what I'm talking about.
I got a good heart, and I just want to see, the next generation not go through anything like this.
No, I agree.
So, and
Black
people
dollars
learn, and that's the reason why we do shows like this, and we allow people like you to come on, is because the community. We have a duty to the community. We have a duty to our community, to ensure that they're able to live life peacefully and don't have to worry about everything that they work for to get taken.
Somebody to go at it for 401k
and because they're impressionable and they have a dream. That should not be exploited. Okay. Agreed. And so,
agreed.
Anything else you want to add before we wrap this up? We're right at an hour.
Oh, it happened that fast?
Yeah, girl.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of receipts, honey.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just shout out to everybody that's doing it the right way. That's all I can tell you. And shout out to everybody doing it the right way. No matter what it looks like. You got to do you, and you got to do what feels good to you. Because you do not take restaurant dollars and steal from Black people. People work too hard, right? Things are too tight, too much going on. Like, to invest in somebody that they thought that they've known since their childhood, for him to turn on them, they'll never invest in anybody else again. So that next guy that might have needed that 10,000, that next girl that might have needed that 20,000 to really make it, they'll never have the opportunity to invest in her because of them. And that's why we can't grow as Black people.
I want to say this: if you can't ride past and see the shit on the side of the road at every fucking truck stop exit, do not believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ask questions. Like, there's a lot of people out here that, like, you have the gift of communication. I have the gift of communication.
Yes.
But we could also misuse that gift.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Like I look, if I wanted to be a pastor,
Listen.
if I wanted to be a pastor,
I'm in the pulpit. What?
okay. I'm gonna hang out with that clapping. The Lord coming today, honey.
Absolutely.
And then I'm gonna go in the back and go, Nam your heart and count, Nam your heart and count. Yeah,
we did good today.
Because we done did good today. Look, the Lord came through today. You spoke to him. You
What's
spoke
the
a
sky
word
open?
in them.
Absolutely. Yeah,
That
for
is
sure.
kind of the gift and the curse.
Yes.
And I do not misuse my gift. Now, have I cussed my out in the past? Absolutely.
Yes.
But I don't think that's really misusing. Yes, however, but there's deeper ways that you could go
Yes.
to really do this.
I
And
agree.
I try my best every day to ensure that I'm being as honest and forthcoming as I
Absolutely.
can, and making sure that I'm not misusing the gift that God gave me, and you too. And so
Absolutely.
thank God for honest people out here that still care about y'all motherfuckers. Okay,
Listen.
so
Yeah, listen. I don't want y'all losing y'all money. I am working with a franchise brand now. You probably heard of it. You're from South Florida. It's called Chef Creole. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, Chef Creole.
So
yeah,
how
yeah.
about
Yeah.
I'll be building the first Chef Creole in Broward.
Really?
Yes, it's so cool.
Congratulations.
It's an awesome thing.
No, that's a vegan concept, right?
No. So Chef Creole is actually a Haitian Bahamian concept.
I don't know why I thought it was a vegan Creole though.
No. It's so they have the original so they have a location in the Miami airport.
Okay.
And they also have a location on, I think it's 107th Avenue, but originally it was they have one in American Airlines Arena.
Okay.
So it's a Haitian Bahamian split franchise brand.
Mm-hmm.
But so they're a corporate store, so there's a difference, right, guys?
Okay.
So they're a corporate store, and he owns most of the entities. This is the first or second time he's going to go into franchising a legal brand. I verified it, okay? By the way, right? I verified the franchise tag, right? So he does have a franchise tag to franchise that brand. So now he's franchising it out to Broward because there's 7 locations in Miami, and I'll be there at this point their exclusive builder to get them within their numbers where they got to go. So if there's something you really want to invest in, their numbers are great.
Okay.
They do good numbers.
I was gonna say, could you set up right now with all this publicity that you got now a franchise consultation firm?
Absolutely.
Could you do that? And charge people
absolutely.
I don't know, depending on what package they want. You put together your own packages, and when people want to come start a franchise, it doesn't matter what franchise, you do the work for them to make sure that they're not investing in something that's going to potentially go bad.
Yeah,
so basically, it's they pay you on the front end to ensure that they're not going to be on this paper here.
Agreed.
Okay.
I know, end up on one of these files.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
There's a certain amount of research you definitely
Should
have
have
to do.
been scam, everything. Okay.
So I've been scammed, right? So well, my life was a scam, right?
Mhm.
And then technically they say I'm a scammer, right? So let's get the background. So I went to the feds for an indictment, a conspiracy indictment, right?
Mhm.
So my business partner was doing too much, right? And when you're the legal entity on a business, you automatically get indicted, right? I want to make that very clear because people think oh, she's a scammer. The scammer got scammed. Let's not get into it. My mom worked very hard for her entire life, and I learned only that way. So when I was indicted, my business partner was the hot ticket, right? It's what they call him. He's a hot ticket.
Mhm.
My original indictment had 23 people on it.
Rodney would be a hot ticket.
He's a hot ticket for sure.
Jermaine, your baby daddy, BK Mello, would be a hot
he's
ticket.
He's the third hot
Tom.
ticket. Ed is the second one.
And Ed Williams would be a hot ticket.
Hot ticket.
Mm.
So when they want hot tickets, they press other people. So I was
Which is people that work next to them.
Correct. So I'm the one supposed to be pressed. The way they pressed me was just illegal as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. What they did to me was it was just they wanted me to put a gun on him. It was just Murder, She Wrote, right? Y'all don't know that. Y'all too young for that. But it was a lot that was not true.
They want you to set him up.
Basically, yes, because he knew a lot about the streets. I'm doing this all day. I don't know shit about the streets. He was really involved in what was happening, coming and going, but he didn't have to steal. All his bills were paid, and his 5 bitches, and his 2 sons, and his baby mama, and his mom, and his stepdad, and his brothers. I paid all the bills, so there was no reason for him to steal. He got caught up in.
So you ran his books,
basically. I ran everything. He got caught up in the Instagram publicity before it became Instagram. So once you start to take legitimate businesses and you put it in hot shit, you're always gonna get in trouble. So if anybody's doing legitimate businesses and making money, stay off the hot shit. The hot shit killed us. That's what put
now
me.
Break that down to hot shit.
So hot shit, right? If you're making enough money to feed your family and you're successful and you're doing well, stop doing too much. Like that guy that's moving, 10 grams of coke or whatever the case may be, because he's cool on a Friday night. That's not your dude. He should not be in your circle. That's not your guy. Because that one drop on a night, right? And you're running a legitimate business could turn into something more than you ever can think of. He was just involved in way too much, and I was way too corporate, and I wasn't telling, because at that point, right, this guy was like my brother, right? He's like my brother at the time. His mom was like my mother-in-law. I took care of all their finances. I managed a group of like 20 people from this business. And when we got indicted, I was shocked. Because you couldn't tell me, like Donald Trump, you couldn't tell me I wasn't doing all the things. I moved all the buttons. I made sure all the paperwork was right. I made sure that we would not look stupid because I had my degree against this business. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when they came, and then they don't give you any information, you're unaware, you're rich. You have no shot. So don't get yourself mixed up in nothing that you don't have to get mixed up in. If you already getting money, if you're getting some money, he was making money.
Stay away from the streets.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you know these football players and they take their ass back to the hood.
My God. Yes.
These rappers,
Terrible.
They always get
Yeah.
shot and killed in their own
Terrible.
hood.
It's
You
not-
need to be out here talking like Drake during the day.
Yep.
He has a very proper white Jewish accent. And, at night, he be like, type shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you need to be, right? For your concerts, and you go back home.
Yeah. You got to
Yeah.
leave it alone because he just put us in a position. Like, realistically, if that did not happen, I'd probably own a half a South Florida. With what I've seen right now in the housing market, the amount of properties I owned at the time, we're talking about like 15 years ago. You do the math.
Yeah.
Yeah. A property downtown was like 300,000. It's worth $1 million right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I had 4.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, and him making those decisions, it really, like, it killed me. It killed me in my life. It killed me in my position. And then Jermaine was able to take advantage of who I was because I really didn't know who I was anymore. I lost my degree. I lost my license. I lost a lot of stuff that were me that I put really, really, really hard work into every single day. So to see them turn around and do the same thing to other Black people that worked really, really hard, I'm not going for it.
We'll get you on the phone with Tom.
I'm not going
I
for it.
appreciate you. Keisha, always a pleasure.
Always
I
a
do want to see
pleasure.
you launch that consultation firm, though.
I do.
I
No,
think
listen.
knowledge, the game is to be sold, not told,
Agree.
And this is your free service right now. Okay. But for anyone out there that is looking to start a company, that is looking to invest in a company, that's looking to get into a franchise, I think people like Keisha who have been through it all and who have done it all is the one that you should be talking to. Before I would rather give you $5,000 up front to ensure I don't lose 105 on the back end.
Agreed.
You know?
Gotta make sure.
Why? Because a $60,000 transfer, they could have got you for what? They could have gave you that $6,000, and you could have told them, "Listen, girl,
That
keep
shit's not real.
keep
I
the
know.
keep the 54,000,
Listen.
child, because they finna take it."
I called 4 locations and they ain't answering for lunchtime.
Don't
That
keep
means
your
it
money.
ain't right. That
They
means
ain't
it's something's
working, but
wrong.
Listen, I want to see you thrive,
Yeah.
and I want to see you make it and you be on top again, running shit. Okay,
Yeah.
so I appreciate you, and like I said, your baby daddy, the platform is open. He's more than welcome to come respond to all of this. I'm sure it's gonna be a session of beating you down.
my God.
Telling him how sorry you are, how much crack you smoke.
Tell him
I'm
get
gonna-
on.
You mean- I think he even called me. He was like, "She gay." Tasha, I was like, "What does her being gay got to do with all this paperwork?" I'm just trying to figure out what does her sexuality. America try to do that. They try to put
Yeah.
sexuality above everything.
Above the
Okay,
truth.
so what about this? Why the kid can't read? Why are they learning about sexuality, but they cannot spell their name in school?
Okay.
Why are you worried about the?
Why do you have a corporation that says, what was Stormy's corporation back then? It was called Girl Hold My Hand,
Yeah.
right? It was called Girl Hold My Hand.
And she had an LLC
nonprofit.
and a nonprofit.
No, she had a nonprofit. but
Yeah.
He
He had-
created
he
the
had a
LLC
LLC.
for her without her knowledge
Mhm.
and then took merchant loans in New York off of Girl Hold My Hand LLC. I don't know how you explain that. I want to hear
Took
about
loans and Coach Stormy,
Yes.
the entrepreneur's name.
it. Yes, he did.
The Harvard, and she didn't even know it, but
She
threatened
did
to.
not.
When I told her about that, she sent the lawyer. I was like, "Girl, you and that lawyer can kiss my motherfucking
Absolutely.
ass."
It was on
bro.
paper, Tasha. It was there.
We're
There's
talking about
nothing-
facts, honey. I'm not
Yes.
talking about you. We're talking about facts. Now, yeah, I did call you stupid.
And
Yeah,
she
I
is.
called you dumb.
And she's
Yeah, I
not.
called you a motherfucking fool.
Got
Yeah,
you.
all of that shit. But
Absolutely.
that is not defamation worthy. So what the fuck are
It
we
was
talking
valid.
about? No, like, bitch, I'm warning you. So listen. But no, thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate you for
welcome.
coming through. As always, cheers.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Cheers to knowledge.
Amen.
All right? And this is my first show since coming back from my vacation.
Oh my goodness, I know. And the comedy stuff has been going awesome.
Yes,
sauce.
it is.
Listen, y'all better check out her show for real.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Cleveland
Definitely.
this weekend on Sunday, and I believe when is September 1st? Sunday.
I don't know when you fly out. You must fly out Sunday
It's
morning, right?
Yeah. So September 1st, we're gonna be in Cleveland.
Is that intense? It's like
yeah, it's always intense. So nice, so nice. I love it. I love it. I just like being in front of the winos. And then September 2nd, we'll be in St. Louis. So we got tickets on sale. You can go to TashaKOnStage.com, purchase your tickets. We got few left. I did hear that Cleveland was sold out. So, but we can always add another show.
Yay,
so make that happen.
awesome.
All right. TashaKOnStage.com. We will definitely see the winos this weekend. Cleveland 9-1, St. Louis 9-2, Tulsa, Oklahoma 9-15.
Okay.
But for you, again, where can everybody find you? DM you, give you more receipts that you're going to give to Tom, my friend in New York. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Keisha Me Keisha Me Please. So it's gonna be KISHAMEPLESE. Sorry, didn't learn how to spell yesterday, but Keisha Me Please, and that's on all facets. That's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the above. Yeah, that's where you can find me. Keisha Me Please. There you can find me.
Okay, I love that. Thank you so much. And look at that camera and say, now you gotta go.
Gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.
I love it. I love it. You look so beautiful.
Thank you.
All right.
How was your birthday, man? And what was your wish for this year?
Oh man, my birthday was amazing. I sold out 2 shows at the Uptown Comedy Corner for my birthday. We kicked off the Wine Gospel Comedy Tour. It was absolutely amazing, okay? And my wish, honestly, is to spend New Year's Eve with the winos in Houston. So I'm trying to put that together there right now as we speak, okay? But the best part about it, though, is the girls went home. They all made it home safe.
But did you miss me, though? For real, because
I miss you.
I'm saying, it seems like
You know
a thing.
Did you know I'm married? No, I didn't miss you. No.
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
For my birthday was fine. What you mean party with you for your birthday?
No, but me and you ain't never really party, you know what I'm saying?
You know why we ain't damn party. Don't act like that. You know why we ain't party. They kicking in both your damn houses and shit, arresting people. They done found videos of you beating women and shit. People been talking shit about you for years. Absolutely not. You know why you ain't motherfucking partying. Shit, everybody gonna leave safe.
Eyes, brother.
Oh, man.
Eyes.
Winos, sometimes Diddy is gonna wanna party and you got to tell him no. I'm reserving New Year's Eve to party with my winos in Houston, Texas. Get your glasses ready to bring in the new year with me at Bayou City Event Center, December 31st. And after the show is the after party, and after the party is the we ain't doing none of that in Houston. Them numbers is too hot and too high right now. I can't wait to see y'all in Houston. Let the countdown begin for a night of wine, gossip, and comedy. Tickets on sale right now via TashaKOnStage.com. Now!